We're going to learn now the Musar for Monday, Halakha Psuka from Parashat Pikudei. הלבנת פנים ומכנה שם רע לחברו והמתכבד בכלון חברו יורדים לגיהנם ואינם עולים. So הלבנת פנים is a person who embarrasses another person. So embarrassing another. ומכנה שם רע, a person who calls another a derogatory name, a negative name, a name that to make fun or to belittle the other person. והמתכבד בכלון חברו is a person who gets honor at the expense of another person's shame. In other words, when a person fails and his fellow would say, look, I'm not like this guy who's failing, and he's getting actually honor through the other person being down. So all these three actually go to Gehinam, they descend to Gehinam, Ve'enam Olim, and don't rise from there. In other words, they're telling us the severity of these transgressions. Ve'en bichlal lo tirtzach. Actually, these people are actually included in the commandment of not to murder another person, because when you embarrass another person, when you call him a derogatory name, when you get honor through his, at the expense of his shame, it's actually like killing him. Just like our Rabbi said in the chapter of the Zahav in Masechet Bava Metziah, B'Ma'arava, in the west, which means in Eretz Yisrael, B'mai Zeireh, what are they very careful with? Be'ezil sumka ve'ate chivra. In the aspect of the red color leaving a person's face and the white coming through the embarrassment of that person. So the Talmud Bavli was written in Babel, and they said that in Eretz Yisrael, which was in the west, compared to Babel, they were careful not to embarrass people, not to embarrass each other. Leitzanut. Leitzanut is frivolity. Sort of like joking around in a way of being frivolous. That leitzanut, clowning around, that type of thing. So the leitzanut, היא אחד מארבע כיתות שאינן מקבלות פני שכינה. This is one of the four groups of people that will not behold the divine presence. ואמרו רבותינו זכרם לברכה, כל המתלוצץ נופל בגיהינום. Our rabbis of blessed memory said, anyone that is being frivolous, he acts in a way that is in the way of the leitzim, like we say in Hebrew, he would fall in Gehinnom. That's very severe also. ואמרו רבותינו זכרם, אפילו ישב בטל, even if a person sits in an idle way, doing nothing, he's considered as if was sitting במושב letzim, as sitting in a place of the frivolous. כמו שכתוב, אשרי האיש, in the Tehillim, the first perek, ומושב letzim לא ישב. He didn't sit together with jokers, with frivolous people. What comes right afterwards? כי בתורת השם חפצו, מה כתיב בתרי? והיה כאש שתול על פלגמיים, לא כן הרשעים, etc. So, when a person doesn't sit in an idle way, then he'll be involved with Torah, and he will flourish. He'll be like a tree that's planted next to a source of water. ואמרו רבותינו זכרם לברכה, בכל יום בת קול יוצאת ואומרת, אוי להם לבריות מעלבונה של תורה. So every day there is a heavenly voice that says, woe to those who are insulting the Torah. שכל מי שאינו עוסק בתורה נקרא נזוף. For whoever is not occupying himself with Torah is called rebuke. רצונם לומר מנודה לשמיים השם יצילנו. So if a person, instead of acting in a way that is being careful with what he spends his time, that he should be involved in productive matters, he should be involved in learning Torah, or maybe if he's earning a living, but if he sits just idle doing nothing, that's considered to be wasteful with his time that could have been used for learning Torah rather than to be wasted away. And such a person is looked at as being the group of the Leitzanim, the group of those who are like frivolous and jokers that waste away their time. mockers. That's also another way to put it. There's more than one way to explain the word mitlotzetz, but a person should not think just because he's sitting idle, he's doing nothing wrong. Okay, he's doing nothing wrong, but at the same time, he's wasting away his very precious commodity, which is called time, and that time could be used actually to learn Torah or to do something productive as a mitzvah. Could be that he's earning a living, that's also a mitzvah. He's taking care of the expenses of his family, that's a mitzvah, but just to sit idle is something that is frowned upon and looked negatively at. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.